more in.
Mind if I film you giving a talk?
I don't care.
Okay, well, go ahead. You can just go ahead and whatever it was you were talking about.
Well, we were obviously, I'm here to get people to understand where we are in scriptures and how everything is coming together for the last day events. And they are. A puzzle is coming together. And if all you did was just go back to 9/11 and start piecing the puzzle together, you could figure it out.
Yep.
And the main issue is knowing the end result. The end result says the devil loses. Christ wins.
Yep.
That's him. So then you ask yourself, this murderer that's on parole, what will he try to do to the judge before he gets locked back up?
Yeah.
So you're seeing all these events where basically the devil wants to destroy anything made in the image of God and to steal as many souls as possible. Right? That's what we're seeing. And when you're looking at the events, which a lot of them are terrible, you know, everything from 9/11 to some current events with people losing their minds, going into a building, just start shooting people, weather events, the worst heat in 2,000 years hitting countries, areas of water drying up.
So
it all prolific for years, especially out west.
It all I'm going to turn a light on. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
But everything in weather, and it tells us in the scriptures to look for these things for the last days. And even one of the events with disease as part of pestilence, part of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse writing.
Yep.
Myself personally, when that disease came out, I like to decode things. So I just took a word, corona. They said
from
this
the Bible.
was a coronavirus.
Yep.
And I decoded it. So I wrote it down on a piece of paper, CORONA. I added the letters. There were 6. And then I took the alpha value next to each letter, like C would be 3 and so forth. Added the alpha value right in front of my eyes. It said 666.
Satan.
Yeah, so I knew where it came from. And I knew it was a biological weapon. I know what a biological weapon is. And I asked myself then, why China? So I did something they won't teach you in your school systems in America.
Well, yeah.
I did a study in antiquities on China, where it came from.
Yeah.
And the old sages in China said, the great red dragon came down from heaven to form their country. Now think of it. Everything in China of importance to the government has a red dragon on it.
Yes.
Everything. That tells the story.
Yeah.
And it's a place that was put together by Satan himself. Now, there's a lot of Christians in China. There's 100 million Christians.
Yeah.
And they're constantly persecuted in China. They even tear their churches down. So,
well, Muslims too.
Yeah, but not as many as Christians, but there are Muslims there too. But the whole point is if you're somebody, a group or a religion that's against Satan and his forces, you'll be tormented there. And which should be, that's common sense. So I seen why that disease came out of that country. And then I looked at connections of America to that country.
Yeah.
Why our country is under a curse. And you take Anthony Fauci, how his organization,
the Fauci ouchie.
Yeah, how he funded that laboratory with $115 million where the disease was developed. And the strangest thing too, and people can understand by doing a little research, in the history of the world, there has never, ever been a vaccination for a bioweapon. Never. There's been cures for them, which are usually kept in the laboratory, and they're typically patented.
Okay.
So these cures weren't given to the people. Okay?
Excuse me. Sorry, I have to pause this.